Hey, what's up guys? I am getting ready to install this Simmer Ace in the Hole series whole house water pressure booster, and here's exactly what the pump looks like that I'm getting ready to put on here. Everything that we're doing, we're also installing this UV light, this Vitapur UV light, and a whole house water filter. We already actually have an electronic whole house water filter and a water softener and a well pump, and I'm going to install everything here on this wall. That's kind of what I'm doing, but I ran into a little bit of an issue because all this piping is wrong. This is all 3/4 inch pipe, and this pump requires 1 inch pipe from the well pump to it, but you can't run dirty water to it, so it has to first go through this and then into this. So I'm gonna have some sort of back and forth type things going on here, but I'm trying to do it as short as possible as it states to do. But that's what I'm getting ready to do now, is lay this out and get this thing hooked up. So I'll show you the process as I go here. Got a lot of plumbing to do. Luckily it's all PVC. There's everything I got so far. Got some mounts for the UV light, but I'm gonna get started here. Okay, so the first thing I got is the pump doesn't have anything, it doesn't come with anything, and it needs a check valve before this. It's gonna thread into here, just like that, but I gotta Teflon tape it first. It says not to use the liquid pipe dope on this unit and only to use the Teflon tape, so that is what I'm gonna do. So basically you just thread that right into there, is what I've been doing. So there that is. Now it has something to attach pipe to, and this is gonna be your inlet, and then this here is your outlet. And what I'm gonna do with these boards, I'm gonna cut them smaller, and I'm gonna actually lag bolt this. It has bolt holes, so I'm gonna lag bolt it to these 2x4s here, just so it gives it a steady foundation on this cinder block, keep it up off the floor. Okay, now what I did here is I tap conned this 2x4 to the block, and now I'm going to take these lag bolts and I'm going to put them in, and I'm hoping I can get all 4, but I mean 2 would probably suffice. Okay, so basically I got this all secured to the cinder block, I got the pump secured. That is where it's going to sit basically. And now I'm gonna start running some plumbing. We're gonna dry fit everything. Let's get to it. All right, so now I tap conned my board on the wall there for my UV light, and they give you these clamps for the UV light. And basically they just have one hole in the middle. You screw that to the wall, and then it has a screw here that you go and you undo this side so that your UV thing will go in, and you clamp that down with a screw. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these mounted on the wall. Okay, so you take this screw out right here, and now this whole clamp comes off in 2 pieces. Okay, so there's my brackets all mounted, and basically what I was just testing, if you saw there, I need to have enough room back here. Luckily it's just some wiring in the way, but right here is where your UV light bulb slides in and out, and you need to be able to have clearance. Now I am putting unions in here, so if I didn't have clearance I can just remove this to replace my bulb, but they say you're supposed to replace these once a year, so you know, you got to sort of gear up for that and get, you know that you're going to have to do something with this. So you want it easy accessible, and you want to be able to slide your bulb in and out. Okay, like I said, on this, they require you to put a check valve in. So here's your check valve, and it's gonna go right here, and you have to make sure when you put this on this, there's a little water flow arrow. You can see it there by my thumb. And you wanna make sure that your water flow, because this is gonna be coming from this pump over, in, and back out. So you wanna make sure your arrow is facing this way whenever you install that. And I'm gonna put Teflon tape on that side. All right, so now everything's gonna be PVC. So now I just need to start putting all my PVC. I'm doing 1-inch PVC everywhere. Okay, so on the ultraviolet unit, everything is also 1-inch. So I'm just using conversion stuff for all of it. And we're gonna come straight out of this pump, straight up to this, and then out of this, up here to a whole house filter or somewhere. I'm not really sure yet, but I'm gonna start getting this stuff all put together. On this unit, this is your in and this is your out. So you also have to remember it's straight in and then 90 out. Alrighty guys, so we got everything done. Looks like a mess if you ask me, but it works. Basically you're gonna come in this pipe here, it's gonna come over, and this pipe here goes into my whole house water filter. Comes out of that whole house water filter, which is what they recommend, over here and down and into this pump. Then out of this pump, through my UV light, up through this one here, all the way up through another filter, which is recommended to catch any of the dead stuff from the UV light. And then it comes back down and it goes over here, behind here, into my water softener, and then out of the water softener into my whole house electric heater or water heater. And that's it. It's done. That is it. It wasn't too bad. Kind of sucked because I had to redo all this plumbing, but it wasn't all that bad, and it's nice. I upgraded everything to 1 inch rather than 3/4 of an inch, and I put my pressure gauges in so I can now look and see what my gauges are, my pressure in my house. And then here's where I mounted the box for the UV light. But all in all, it was pretty easy installation. I guess the thing was it was just kind of time consuming. Alrighty guys, so now I got everything installed, and before I turned that other pump on, I wanted to show you our water pressure as it is now. That's about what we have. Well, obviously I just there's air in the lines, but it's still pressurizing. I don't have that other pump on, so that is about what we always had before all this. Okay, and then that is about our water pressure. As you can tell, it doesn't fill very fast. That is about all we ever had for water pressure to come out. So we're gonna see how much this other pump actually makes a difference. Alright, so we're running right now. We're about 70 as the water kicks off and on. Spikes. This thing's real quiet. Barely even tell when it's running, when it's not. Alright, here's our water pressure now after the pump. Seems like a lot more.
When you use the spray thing,
and
yeah.
then here's the
You stay after.
I mean, it looks like it's coming out pretty good now. We still got some air coming out. It seems like it's filling a lot faster.